Today, we are going to look at modern dating reality, how it has turned from romance into ROI. When every action comes with a condition, dating stops being connection and intimacy and starts becoming something else. Nothing is free anymore. Not attention, not generosity, not even kindness. And women feel that. They feel when a man is giving, but expecting something back. They feel when there are invisible strings attached. When men immediately want to extract maximum from the interaction, expecting an immediate return. And the result? There's no ease, no flow, no real intimacy, no genuine connection, no time and space even to attempt building real, genuine trust. Just this subtle pressure, like everything is being measured or tracking score. This pressure is on from the beginning, like you are in debt already. This is control, which implies, I don't trust you. I don't trust that you will be fair with me. So I have to control this whole dynamic completely. The truth is, this behavior from a man is coming from trauma, being projected in the present moment. A lot of men have had experiences where they gave their time, their energy, their money, their attention, and got nothing back, or did not get back what they wanted. In other words, their needs were not met. So now, they try to protect themselves. They fear repeating past hurts. They don't trust that the next time could be different. And that leads to control. Men want guarantee. They want certainty. They want return. They want proof that their investment will pay off. Many men today are no longer giving freely. That creates a power struggle, even polarity flip at times. And that's where the shift happens. Giving becomes conditional. Kindness becomes strategic. Presence becomes calculated. It's no longer, I want to give because I choose to, because this is my expression of love and appreciation to you. It becomes, I'll give if I get something in return. And that's not generosity anymore. That's control. And control kills attraction, because you can't create real connection while trying to secure an outcome. You can't create intimacy while constantly calculating your return on investment. There's no natural flow. To be clear, men are valued for what they bring. And this often triggers men, because they feel used. But real contribution matters. The point of entering relationship is so that your needs can be met by the other person. That applies to both men and women. That's real. But when your entire identity becomes tied to what do I get back for what I give, you lose the very thing that creates attraction in the first place. Freedom. Freedom is how you give. Freedom is how you show up, not needing to control the outcome. One of the strongest indicators for genuine connection is you feel free in the presence of the other. You don't feel judged or that you need to perform and pretend to be someone else, to put on an act. You feel safe in the presence of that person. But with freedom always comes a risk of being disappointed, hurt. Trust is not built on control, but rather, I trust that you will do what's best in my interest, and I will do what's best in yours. And if you do not reciprocate after a time, then self-love dictates that I don't have to stay in such dynamic where energy exchange is disproportionate. Simple. Now, let's look how we men can heal this pattern. First, call out the pattern. There is no denial. Stop hiding behind quote-unquote standards or boundaries when it's actually fear. And yes, even these can be used to avoid truth and healing. Am I giving freely or trying to secure a controlled outcome? Would I still do this if I knew I get nothing back? Second, separate generosity from outcome. Start small. Give something with zero expectation. Your time, your compliment, your attention, perhaps a kind gesture. And don't track the response. This will rewire your subconscious to, I can give without losing power. Giving does not automatically mean simping or becoming weak. 3. Build internal security, not an external validation. The core wound for a lot of men is, if I give and she doesn't choose me, I lose. To fix that, adopt the mindset. My value as a man is not decided in the moment she does not choose me. Rejection is not loss of worth or power. When you give freely, you're not investing for validation. You're expressing who you are. Your behavior, your contribution is part of your inner personality, your character. It's not separate. It's expressed externally. Men often want to separate the contribution from love, but contribution is expression of love. For example, when a woman cooks for her man, or when a man drives his woman to work, that's love. We see this with men today a lot, where they are reluctant to give first, yet they are eager to receive. So they expect women to contribute. They want reassurance from a woman in the beginning before they commit or do anything first. 4. Set boundaries before giving, not after. Healthy men don't overgive and then become resentful. Instead of giving, expecting, and feeling used, they decide what feels good to give, and then they give that. And there is no hidden contracts, meaning I only do this so she gives me that. For example, I pay for this so she likes me, or I only help so she gives me sex, or if she's not my girlfriend, I don't help. Replace that with, I do this because that's who I am. Masculine containment. And that gives me pride and boosts my self-esteem and reflects my abundance. That I am source of love. 5. Relearn risk. Love requires risk. Risk is in everything that we do and attempt. Nothing exists without a risk. You cannot avoid being used and experience deep connection at the same time. Instead of avoiding disappointment, see emotion as a gateway to deeper connection to self, deepening your capacity for love, opening, not closing your heart, increasing your capacity to relate, if and when you experience disappointment. That's real power. 6. Shift from control to choice. Control says, I need to secure this. Masculine presence says, I choose this moment. I intend for the best, but at the same time, I surrender to the outcome. Not forcing, not controlling. That doesn't mean being vague or aimless. This shift alone changes everything. Energy becomes lighter, women feel safer, attraction becomes more natural, and there is more freedom in this dynamic. The moment you stop trying to secure the outcome is the moment you become attractive again. You become less needy. You come from the place of abundance, a generative force aligned with your masculine core.